Coming soon on The Flash.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be amazed!
On Tuesday, March 17th.
To be able to control the weather like that indoors?
You'd have to be a weather wizard. Ooh, been waiting since week 1 to use that one.
And on March 24th.
Snork's back.
We'll all freeze.
Or burn.
Meet my baby sister. Lisa, Flash, Lisa.
And on March 31st.
20 years ago, one man named himself the Trickster.
I've had 20 years to come up with the perfect trick.
Someone was rocking the unitard.
Run!
But there's one villain he wants to catch the most.
My mom's killer is still out there. I will travel back in time in the near future.
It all starts on March 17th, where the last 5 minutes will change the course of history. The Flash.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So this is going to be my breakdown of the new Flash trailer they just posted. It's actually got footage from the next 3 episodes. Episodes 15, 16, and 17. So I'll explain who the new characters we meet and, what they're changing from the comics. Most of the people that they bring on, the new characters, are pretty true to what they were in the comics though. So let's just go with the big stuff first. Mark Hamill is reprising his Trickster character that he played on the 1990s series. He was actually in 2 episodes of the original Flash TV series. He played the James Jesse Trickster. That was the first Trickster in the comics. The Trickster that we see at the beginning of this trailer, the one that's grandstanding, is the Axel Walker Trickster. That's the one that Jeff Johns created during the Wally West run. He debuted in issue 183 in 2002 in a story called Introducing the Trickster. The way they're explaining it on the show is almost exactly what happened in the comics. So what happens is the James Jesse Trickster goes to prison and kind of retires and puts the name away. Axel Walker steals all of his props, all of his Trickster props and his technology, and uses it to commit crimes, calling himself the Trickster. James Jesse finds out about it, gets pissed, it just absolutely hates Axel Walker. So on the show, he's going to be helping Joe West and the cops take him down. In the comics, it was like a rogue team against rogue team though. It was the same basic story though. The original Trickster, who at this point is like an older man, just beats the crap out of Axel Walker and says, never call yourself the Trickster again. Do not profane the name. That's kind of what the arc is going to be for Mark Hamill's Trickster. I don't know how they're going to leave the character or if he's going to stay in prison. But what I think we're all hoping to see is if he gets any scenes with John Wesley Shipp in the prison, in Iron Heights prison. That would be so awesome. The funny thing is this trailer begins with the Trickster stuff. That's episode 17, so we won't see that for a while. There's no title for that episode, but because a lot of the Trickster stories, like the episodes that Mark Hamill was in, all had Trickster in the title, so whatever episode 17 is called, it'll probably have Trickster in the title for that too. Next we get to see the Mark Martin Weather Wizard. That's going to be the first episode when we come back. That'll be episode 15. His story is also really true to the comics too, the original Mark Martin origin story. There's a couple small twists just based on what they did with the Clyde Martin Weather Wizard. Originally in the comics, Clyde Martin, this character from episode 1 that we saw, he was not called the Weather Wizard. Technically, he was just a scientist that developed technology enabling him to control weather. He was going to use it to help humanity, but his brother, who was kind of a dirtbag, Mark Martin, this character here that we're meeting for the first time, he accidentally kills Clyde with his weather wand that he created. Later, he takes the name Weather Wizard and uses his brother Clyde's technology to commit crimes. Here's what's different about the show. So first, the Martin brothers, as described by Joe West in the first episode, in the pilot episode, are a crime family. So both brothers are bad. Clyde Martin, the Weather Wizard from the first episode, he was a metahuman who got his powers in the Star Labs explosion. That's probably how Mark Martin got his powers too. But unlike Clyde Martin, it seems like the new Weather Wizard, his brother Mark, has much better command of his abilities, like he's had more time to practice. That's what all the crazy waves and lightning bolts are in the trailer. Cisco has the best joke though, when he calls him Weather Wizard. Been waiting since week 1 to use that. If you remember, they didn't use the name Weather Wizard in the pilot episode, so technically, Mark Martin will be the first character they call Weather Wizard, which is comic book accurate, because Clyde Martin in the comics was never called Weather Wizard. Moving on to episode 16, so that's going to be the second episode when we come back. That's called Rogue Time, so we're going to get to meet Golden Glider for the first time, Captain Cold's sister. Heatwave's in the episode too, but Peyton List is the real attraction here, meeting Golden Glider for the first time. If you remember, she was on Tomorrow People with Robbie Amell, although he's not in this episode. Just to explain Golden Glider's powers, they're a little bit different. Originally in the comics, she had like a pair of ice skates that would generate their own ice that she could skate around in the air on. In the New 52 universe, she gets metahuman abilities, but they're a little bit different. She has like astral projection. On the show, it looks like she has a special gun, just like Captain Cold in Heatwave. so she'll probably just have special Star Labs tech, but no idea what the gun's gonna do. It'll probably be something closer to what her abilities are in the comics. There is a rumor that the Rogues are supposed to appear in the season finale, but I have no idea in what capacity or what they're going to be doing. So this last little bit, the teaser for the Reverse Flash, is actually a lead-in to the Flash's first time travel incident. That's going to happen during episode 15, during the Weather Wizard episode. That's why we see him running here, seeing another version of himself. So when they say the last 5 minutes will change the course of history, quote unquote, wink wink, they mean it literally and figuratively. Barry Allen will mess with the timeline a little bit. The producer said that his first time traveling, like consciously time traveling, will be funny and sad at the same time, like a little bit Groundhog's Day, a little bit Terminator. Remember, it's just the first time that he time travels, not the last time. There's also the big WTF with Cisco looking into the Reverse Flash too. It looks like part of Team Flash, maybe not Barry, but at least Cisco figures out that Harrison Wells has Flash powers, but I don't expect them to completely explain that. It's just the last 5 minutes of the episode, so it's meant to be like a big WTF that they'll explain in a later episode. It's like when we first saw Harrison Wells with the yellow suit. We didn't see him in the yellow suit till much, much later. So here's my big question for you guys. What's your favorite thing about this trailer? Like, what are you looking forward to most? Just based on my Twitter feed, it seems like you guys are most pumped about seeing Mark Hamill, seeing like Jedi Master Trickster on the Flash. It's so weird seeing Mark Hamill after he's been doing all this Star Wars stuff. Whenever he started filming the new Star Wars trilogy again, he had to lose a bunch of weight. So he looks way different than he did just like a couple years ago. Hopefully all this extra attention from Star Wars will get him some more work, so we'll get to see him do some more fun stuff in the Flareoverse. I used to call it the Arrowverse, but because Flash has been kicking so much butt, I'm just going to call it the Flareoverse from now on. And by the way, we still don't have a name for the spin-off show yet, but they did announce 3 new characters that they're casting. One of them is probably Rip Hunter. I know everyone wants it to be Booster Gold, but I don't think it is. The other 2 are still kind of in question. They're relatively minor characters. I'll probably do a video for that tomorrow or Wednesday, because we have new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I still have a Walking Dead Q&A to get out. So be sure to subscribe to get all that stuff. There's just a whole lot of really awesome stuff for me to get to. I'm so excited. The really funny thing is the news about the Arrow casting and like the Game of Thrones trailer and this Flash trailer all dropped within like 6 hours of each other, like really early this morning. So it's been a really good Monday so far. While you guys wait for the new stuff, you can click here for my breakdown of the latest Game of Thrones trailer. It's completely badass. And you can click here to catch up with my Arrow and Flash videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now let's all do the thing.